Okay, so I put all my eggs in the Ravens basket, the Bengals basket, and the Panthers basket. The Ravens suck. The Bengals suck even more, and the Panthers are the suckiest out of them all. I'm fraudulent. 3-1.
That is the title for this episode right there. Welcome back, everybody, to the East Auckland Fantasy League podcast. It's great to have you here on this beautiful, freezing Thursday night in Wellington. My name is Sam, Texas Hold'em, your league commissioner, as always, joined by the most fraudulent 3-1, Kane Weber.
It was 33 degrees today here.
33 degrees.
It was 33 degrees. It was hot.
I have a friend who's currently in Perth, and it was 35 degrees there today. They're going to Taiwan on Saturday, and it is currently 39 degrees in Taiwan.
Oh, it's just like, woof.
Yep, meanwhile, I think the high here was like 10 today. Let me have a look at that. Apparently it's... Nah, there's no way it's 13 right now. There's no way. I don't believe Google weather for a second.
Yeah. Loss for me. How did you go this week?
Is how I went this week. I am never starting a Jets player in fantasy this season. Like, I'm just not putting myself through that. I was screaming at the Jets-Dolphins game as I was driving back from New Plymouth on Tuesday. And I won, but it wasn't pretty. I won because the Jets returned the last kickoff of the game for 40 yards.
And who are you versing?
I was versing Duncan, I believe.
All right. Well, commiserations to you, Duncan. That must suck.
Yeah, that is unfortunate to lose to the Jets defense. Man, so hear me out, folks. Trust your gut. I had the Rams defense. I picked up the Bears defense for the matchup against the Raiders. The Bears were in my starting lineup at 9:15 a.m. New Zealand time, which was 10 minutes before kickoff of their game. I dropped them after a discussion with my good friend Michael Knutsford. I dropped them for the Jets defense. The Rams scored 10, the Bears scored 13, and the Jets scored 6.
What did Knutsford say that convinced you to start the Jets?
I was already thinking about it because of the matchup against Miami. Should have started the Dolphins. The Dolphins scored more points as well. But he also had a start sit tool that he showed me, and the start sit tool suggested, on all counts, that I start the Jets defense.
The start sit tool.
Jesus fucking Christ! Never.
Don't use the start sit still.
Never again. The Jets defense scored 6 points, and all of them were kick return yardage. Didn't you know the Jets scored over they got over 400 yards of offense during that game?
Dude, having Garrett Wilson must be nice, eh?
Having Garrett Wilson must be nice. He's been all right with Justin Fields. He has not been a total dumpster fire, which is really nice for him. I like that for him.
Well, Chris still is king of the castle.
On points 4. Yeah, let's take a quick look at the scoreboard after week 4. Sorry, the standings after week 4. We are a quarter of the way through the season, which is pretty wild. So, yeah, you have, here we go. So 4 teams at 3-1. We have, you got your first loss of the season. We also have no more winless teams. I think it was Evo got his first win of the season.
Well done, Evo.
Yep, well done. Climb off the ladder, climb off the bottom rung, and welcome to the win column. Make it a run from here. Where's the... There you go, there's a streak. And yep, it was Evo that got his first win of the season. Pretty wild. But yeah, 4 teams at 3-1 currently. Chris, myself, Ben, and you, Kane. We have Nick and Dallas. Nick is 2-1-1. Dallas is 2-2. Michael, Tim, and Michael, Tim, Jason, all 2-2 as well. Ryan right behind them at 2-1. So it's what, a 6-team? It's a 6-team playoff, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So Dallas is currently at the edge of the bubble. Michael, Tim, Jason, all on the same record, and Ryan half a game behind. Interesting. A few players, yeah, quite a few. About half of us over 400 for the season. I am still no. I'm now lower down the league as far as the points against goes, which is nice. But yeah, a high scoring week last week.
Not for me.
No, no, no. You're right. Not for you. In fact, the worst score in the league so far this season for you.
The points never came.
Nope, they did not. We also had the highest score of the season so far. Actually, Evo, after 3 straight losses, just casually drops the first 140 of the season. Nice work. I mean, when you have Omari and Hampton, boy, what a pick that was. Quinshon Judkins, the 2 rookie running backs are actually popping. And you had the best wide receiver in football, the best player in fantasy in Puka Nakua.
It's only weird that he's only getting his first win now after having the number 1 fantasy asset.
Well, yeah, but I mean, again, when your running backs are Marion Hampton, Quinshon Judkins, who didn't play until week 3, he had James Conner, he's lost James Conner. I mean, it's a dicey situation, but now Hampton's the guy in LA. Quinshon Judkins apparently bribed the police to not suspend, or the NFL to not suspend him, and now he's looking quite. I mean, you have Trey Tucker's your wide receiver too. That's nuts.
Trey Tucker's top 10 wide receiver, bro.
Yeah, he only scored 2 points. He's top 10 wide receiver because he's like second in the league in touchdowns and receiving touchdowns. He has 50 points in 2 games, and he has 4.5 in the other 2 games.
Everyone was wondering who that wide receiver at the Raiders is going to be in the number 2 guy.
Yep, well, it wasn't Jack Bish. It wasn't Dante Thornton. It's Trey Tucker. Just throw a touchdown to Jacoby. Come on, man. Not that hard.
Come on, man.
Yeah, quite the week. So the average points scored this week was 105, which is the highest average of the season so far. Week 2 was 102, so it's not like a massive jump, but it is. Yeah, last week I think someone pointed out in our group chat that it felt like a high scoring week, and they were right.
I brought that decimal right down there with my 58.5%
easily.
Almost.
If you hit your average, even if you hit 100, that average jumps to close to 110. Like that, you literally brought it down about 4 points on your own.
It's fantastic.
Oh my god. Should we start? Should we break down your game first, just to get it out of the way?
Sure.
What's funny is if I'm looking. Oh my god, that would be classic. So you had the lowest score by a lot. Tim was half a point away from being the second lowest scorer of the week.
And so the game was actually winnable. If Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry did what they were supposed to, it would have been a tight win, maybe.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Yeah, if you get even, you needed more than double-digit points from those guys. Let's have a look. See, so let's have a look at your team. How? Okay, I asked you on a scale of 1 to 10 last week for Derrick Henry. 1 to 10 for the rest of your season. 10 being burn it all, and 1 being you're still winning.
I don't think the Ravens' offense is gone to shit,
Not entirely?
No.
Kansas City are a good defense, to be fair. They were playing in Kansas. You are without Lamar Jackson this week. Chase Brown is just one of the many byproducts of Jake Browning being the star, and the offensive line. Did you see the play against the Broncos where the Bengals had 5 offensive linemen and a running back? 4 of them blocked 1 guy. And the Broncos rushed 3, and the 2 ends. There's this great picture of 4 Bengals linemen here in front of 1 Broncos player, and then the 2 Broncos edge rushers here, and Jake Browning's here, and there's a tackle here and a tight end here. It's insane. It was actually it's such a wild photo. I hope I come across it again because I share it in the group chat. Yeah, anyway, Chase Brown and the Bengals are absolutely cooked. Derrick Henry, again.
Ironically, it was actually Chase Brown's best game.
Yeah, I said this to Kane before we started. I want to read you the first two sentences. This is such a positive spin from ESPN on Chase Brown's outlook. Chase Brown was was the one bright spot of the Bengals' defeat in Week 4. His longest rush went for only 6 yards, but he averaged more than 2.9 yards per carry for the first time this season by picking up 40 yards on 10 attempts. No, he scored a touchdown in Week 1.
Did he?
Yeah.
In his last 3 games.
Yeah, I mean, like, he scored 11 in Week 1 and 8.5 in Week 4. So, you know. Tetairoa McMillan, look, I'm sure he'll be a stud one day, but Bryce Young has regressed grossly. Alec Iamana is still a rookie playing with another rookie cornerback. Juwan Johnson came back down to earth against the Bills. Chuba Hubbard is another Panther that is suffering from Bryce Young not knowing how to develop. Your defense is your most productive performer for you right now.
Dude, do you think if they put Andy Dalton in that team, they would like perform better? Is Bryce Young just like a short dude that can't see over the lineman?
I mean, maybe. Like, we saw Andy Dalton in that offense last year, and I don't think it still looked good. So maybe the Panthers are just bad.
Maybe.
My favorite was starting Joey Sly.
Minus 2.
0 for 2.
He was the number 2 kicker coming into the league that week.
Was he number 2 coming into the week, and then against the Texans,
and then he misses 2 50-yarders, and then they don't even get close the rest of the game. The Titans just like absolutely like such a pitiful performance.
Yeah, Titans got shut out at Houston, which is just demoralizing. So you have two Ravens, you have 2 Panthers, you have 2 Titans, and then a Seahawk, a Saint, and a Bengal on your team.
Yeah. It doesn't look good, eh?
That is the understatement of the season right now. Oh my goodness.
I hope they can turn it around.
Hey, but you picked up Dylan Gabriel, so.
No, I had to drop him this week.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you did have to drop him this week. Oh my goodness. Right, on the other side of all of that, let's have a look at Tim. J.K. Dobbins actually had a really good game against Cincinnati, but then everyone had a good game against Cincinnati. 16 for 101 with 1 catch. The first 100-yard rusher in the Sean Payton era in Denver.
And that's good. And like even RJ Harvey got in the action this game too. So there is points there always.
I mean, it was a 20.
J.K. Dobbins is an enigma. Like you think he's going to be broken every year, and then he goes to another team and gets a starting job and he's good again.
Yeah, I mean, he is a 13th ranked running back. He's got 13, 13.5, 14.5, 12.5. He's consistent. He's either got 100 yards or a touchdown every week. Okay, Tim, you lose Jamar Chase. You don't lose Jamar Chase. You effectively lose Jamar Chase. You lose Tyreek Hill. You still got a couple of weeks without CeeDee Lamb. Do you panic? Do you make a trade? I think Tim's got to make a trade.
I think to save Tim's season, he's probably going to have to make a trade.
I mean, Chase, who knows? Like, all right, I was thinking about this with Chase and AJ Brown. Who would you trade for those guys? Like, I mean, the big name that I've heard on the Fantasy Footballers podcast is Quentin Johnston. Would you trade Quentin Johnston for Jamar Chase?
I would trade Chase Brown for Jamar Chase.
I don't know if that's fair. Also, Tim needs wide receivers, not running backs. But, like, that was the question. Would you trade Quentin Johnston for Jamar Chase? I wouldn't. I love Quentin Johnston right now. Like, give me Q all day right now. He's on a better offense. He's getting the second most targets behind Keenan Allen. Like, The Chargers actually are a competent. Well, mostly. I mean, they lost to the Jackson Dart-led Giants, but otherwise they're a competent team.
That's what you need, right? You need wide receivers that have a good quarterback.
Players on good offenses is what you need on good functional teams.
Damn. Should have had Chargers players.
Should have had Chargers players. I mean, like in your defense, I don't think anyone saw the Ravens being this bad the last couple of weeks, being 1-3. Obviously, like they lost to the Lions in a shootout. They lost to the Chiefs, and they lost to who else did they lose to? The Bills. The Bills in Week 1 in another shootout.
That's a tough schedule.
It's a really tough. All those teams. Yeah, Lions, Bills, and Chiefs are all like Super Bowl contenders. Like 3 out of those 4, well, those 3 will probably be 3 of the 4 teams in the championship games.
I think there's better times ahead for the Ravens, especially when they have to play the Bengals twice.
Yeah, well, I mean that definitely will go a long way.
Even like Pittsburgh defense isn't scary.
No, not anymore. I mean, Houston this week, well, again, you have no Lamar Jackson, but Derrick Henry should be okay this week against Houston, even with Cooper Rush, because Houston's run defense sucks. The Rams are going to be a much tougher challenge, although both those games are home. Then they're on a bye. Then Chicago, at Miami, at Minnesota is going to be tough. At Cleveland's going to be tough. Jets, I mean, yeah, Cincinnati and Pittsburgh to round out the regular season. Like, it's not a cakewalk, but there are some good matchups. But
there are some good matchups.
Has Lamar Jackson become a matchup-dependent quarterback now? Actually, I guess he wasn't. I mean, 27, 23, 19 through the first 3 weeks. 23 against Cleveland, who are a good defense. I don't think he is matchup-dependent, but can the Ravens get it done?
Anyway, on to the next matchup.
All right, we'll go with mine now because mine's the top of my list here. I mentioned before I hung on by a thread with the Jets defense. I was really hoping that my players, after I pulled the Bears for the Jets, I actually was just praying that I could get ahead of Duncan so that I could drop my defense and start nobody and just not lose.
You wanted to do that?
After the during the after I made the switch and during that those afternoon games, I was like, I've made a mistake. I have made a terrible mistake. Please just get all I needed was literally 1 touchdown from any of my late afternoon guys, and they were Kyron Williams, Jonathan Taylor, and Jacoby Myers. I all had in the late afternoon slate, and none of them scored a touchdown. Quentin Johnston was the only guy to score a touchdown for me this week.
That's crazy. How many touchdowns does he have this year?
4.
What?
Yeah. And okay, what is going on with the Colts? What is going on with the Colts offense? They get 4th and 1 at the 3-yard line. You have Daniel Jones who can sneak it. You have Jonathan Taylor who will get a yard on a carry.
This all doesn't matter, Sam, if Adonai Mitchell doesn't fumble the ball and go through the back of the end zone. If that happens, it's the game is so out of reach and they win that game.
It's not out of reach, but it's an uphill battle. But if that doesn't happen, Jonathan Taylor gets some yards. But dude, the Colts ran Tyler Warren, the rookie tight end, on 4th and 1, and then on 1st and goal at the 2-yard line, they ran him again for a touchdown. It was insane. I'm like, what is going on?
Good for Chris.
Yeah. Good for Chris. Good for the Colts. Bad for everyone that has Jonathan Taylor on their fantasy. I didn't think he was going to get vultured.
Dude, I wanted them to win that game. They were so close to winning that game.
But they didn't. And then Matthew Stafford, all hail Matthew Stafford, threw an absolute bomb to the $10 million man, Tutu Atwell. That catch is worth every dollar. That catch is worth every dollar of that contract.
But they won against the Colts.
On an 88-yard bomb. It was his second catch of the year. The guy got paid a 1-year, $10 million deal, and I think that's his second catch of the year. It's fucking ridiculous.
Didn't get anything from Keon Coleman, eh?
Yeah, Keon Coleman was a weak. You know what? You know who he is? He's Sammy Watkins.
Your wide receivers are just going to give you headaches every single week.
At least I can start Quentin Johnston with confidence. I can start him. Jacoby Myers is going to have his ups and downs, but he's a clear target leader in Las Vegas. It's Geno Smith that's a problem there. And after that, I can't start T. Higgins. I don't think I can start Keon Coleman at the moment. So it's Marvin Harrison by default.
T. Higgins, eh?
Ugh, disgusting. I'm so gutted. I'm not so gutted. I don't think I will be. But, like, of course I drop Stephon Diggs, and then he gets 100 yards.
Yeah, that's also quite.
What is this game, man? It's unbelievable.
I wouldn't have kept Tyquan Thornton on your team.
I wanted to see what would happen. I didn't think Worthy would play as many snaps as he did or play as well as he did. So I wanted to see what would happen with Thornton out there. I'm not going to anymore because clearly he doesn't matter. Like, he's just as much as a dart
And
throw.
Rice is coming back soon as well, so he's literally going to no snap soon.
Well, exactly. Like, it was a hold. I didn't have anyone else that I wanted to pick up, so Thornton was a hold and see what happens. I've seen what happens. I am not holding anymore. I think I dropped him. I can't remember. Like, I'll have a look. But yeah, man, the Philly might be the most frustrating offense in all of football.
Tell Sharma that as well. Like, Saquon's not doing well.
Yeah, like, they should be good. I mean, the Bucks are an okay defense. Like, Jalen Hurts is fine. Don't get me wrong, he's fine. But, like, they get to play Denver this week, which yuck. And then at the Giants, at Minnesota, Giants again. So, like, 2 out of 4 weeks, Hurts is probably going to score still, but I feel like if you're an Eagles fan, yeah, you're happy you're winning, but you want your offense to do something.
Giants have a really good defensive front.
Yeah, you're right. They do have a good defensive line, especially. Brian Burns, Abdul Carter, the rookie this year, Kayvon Thibodeau.
Sexy Dixie.
Yeah, true. Well, yeah, true. Sexy Dixie with the almost big man touchdown last week.
That's a scary front, bro.
How good would that have been? But yeah, Duncan, very, very unfortunate to get the win. I loved the Saints attempted Philly special, which went from almost a Chris Olave passing touchdown to a Chris Olave interception. But then the Bills also got the 2 points for the interception. So that play didn't mean anything for fantasy. But yeah, I mean, it is always scary facing against like Jamar Gibbs, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. Oh man, okay, Smith and Jigba and Olave both went into the fourth quarter of their games having like 0 points,
and then just exploded.
And all of a sudden, another guy. I mean, Chris Olave scored. He caught one pass for a touchdown. To be fair, it wasn't, but he still scored a touchdown. And then Smith and Jigba just caught like 80 yards over the last quarter alone. It was wild.
Dude, I am loving how Jackson Smith and Jigba is playing at the moment. He's like the focal point of the offense.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he is. He is the guy. Like, that was the anticipation coming in, and it has paid off. And Sam Darnold is getting it done. So, fair play to Duncan for drafting him. Nice work. It's just a shame you're 1-3.
So excited about this NFC West battle this year, right?
Oh yeah, it's actually pretty good. The Cardinals are very much still the assholes of the division. I mean, let's be real. Like, okay, the Niners, if they just, how does San Francisco, like, what's going on with the injuries in San Francisco?
There's something in the water, right? They're just like breaking left, right, and center.
Are they cursed?
Cursed.
Like, literally, are they cursed? I mean, you lost. Christian McCaffrey is the only guy staying healthy. Christian McCaffrey is the only guy staying healthy, and he's the guy who's been hurt the last couple years.
And touch wood.
Yeah, touch wood indeed. But yeah, look, Duncan, better days are ahead for you. Are they? I actually don't know. Isaiah Pacheco's still on your flex, but even he scored 11 points last week. But you get Jaden Daniels back this week, so hopefully you can get a dub on the board. Right, let's go to this. Yeah, so we had 3 teams scoring 130 plus. Sharma has to be very disappointed with 130 losing to Dallas's 136. This is a wild matchup as well. I thought going into Monday, was it Monday night?
The Dallas Goddard 2 touchdown game is incredible.
Yeah. Sorry, it was going into Sunday night. Dallas had Javonte and Brandon Aubrey, and they scored 24 points between them to get the dub. Yeah, and that was it. I mean, Saquon scored 15 this week, which is fine.
Amicable.
But yeah, massive game from DK Metcalf, massive game from Patrick Mahomes, the number 2 quarterback in fantasy currently, Patrick Mahomes, by the way.
Yeah, not too bad.
He is back. I mean,
it's just because he's running for his life this whole time. he was the leading rusher at one point, so like he's just scrambling some more, which is when you see him jump in the production.
Yeah, well, his first 2 games, he had 6 carries, 57 yards and a touchdown, 7 carries, 66 yards and a touchdown. The last 2 weeks, he has 7 yards on 9 carries. So he's not doing a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
Well, last 2 weeks anyway. But yeah, 270 and 4 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes, beat up a bad Baltimore defense, but he might be back. He might be back as an elite fantasy quarterback.
What is going on with that Ravens defense, man? Like,
yeah, well, they lost a lot of players as well. They lost Marlon Humphrey and Roquan Smith to injury last week.
Oh, and they lost Metabike.
Yeah, and Metabike before the games. Yeah, so a lot of injuries on that team, which is really unfortunate. Yeah, Sharma can't be. You can't panic. I mean, you scored 100. You scored the 3rd highest score of the week, 130, which normally would win you any given week. But this time you just got beat by a fluking Dallas with some really big performances. Again, the Cowboys duo, the Eagles defense coming up clutch for him. Matthew Stafford, our Lord and Savior, Matthew Stafford, with his best game of the season. And Bucky Irving with an absolute monster game as well. But Dallas might be panicking because Bucky is probably not going to play this week.
And also, you got to be panicking about AJ Brown at this point, eh?
Panicking? Nah, I'm just straight up benching him or like trying to trade him. I would trade Marvin Harrison Jr. for AJ Brown.
Ding 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 ding.
If you want a receiver who actually gets a ball thrown to him and might catch it once or twice in a game, come and get Marvin Harrison. I will happily trade you Marvin Harrison for AJ Brown right now, straight up.
Would you trade Chase Brown for Marvin Harrison?
I would, yeah. Yeah, I'd trade Chase Brown for Marvin Harrison. Yeah, I'll take another. It might be a shit running back, but I'll take a running back. You want to trade?
What do you think about that one?
Trade's there if you want it. I can put it through right now.
Let me think about that one.
Okay. Yeah, like if you are Dallas, like yes, you are worrying about your wide receiver position, or at least your flex position. Like you have Devontae and Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, he'll be fine. Devontae Adams, I mean, he scored a touchdown. Yeah, he's good. He's a 2 in LA, but he's good. But yeah, you have to worry about your flex situation because really, like, Cedric Tillman is. I mean, I don't know who he picked up this week. Cedric Tillman's out. Najee Harris is out. Kareem Hunt, not good. And then AJ Brown, like, you just can't trust him anymore.
Yeah, like, and even like there's so many options in the Eagles defense. Like they're good, but it's going to Goddard for 2, or it's going to AJ Brown or Smith, or Jalen Hurts is going, or Saquon's running it.
Exactly, or they're just running the ball and not throwing it. Did you read the stat where the Eagles did not complete a pass in the second half?
That's crazy.
Didn't complete a single pass.
That's insane.
And still won the game. To be fair, I watched a bit of that game. Jalen Hurts did have some really bad throws in that game. So, like, he targeted AJ Brown. I think he got 9 targets or something.
He's a $50 million quarterback.
Where is he? Yeah, 9 targets, 2 catches for 7 yards. Like, that's bad.
9 targets. Whoa.
2 catches. So, still, Dallas, you come away with a win, 2-2. Sharma 1-3, dropping down a bit. Move on to our next one. Ben, 120 versus Ryan, 92. Ryan, your Packers tied with Nick's Cowboys, just like you and Nick tied in your fantasy matchup earlier in the year, in week 1, which is hilarious.
How bizarre.
I find that. I like how Nick pointed that out in our group chat. Big fan of that. That is a really funny stat. Nice work. I think Ryan was just a bit of a case of you have to be. That I love the Lions offense. I would not love it if I had David Montgomery on my fantasy lineup.
Yeah, true. He's such a gamble week to week, eh?
Well, the Lions won by 24, and David Montgomery had 1 point.
But also, if you're Ben, that neighbor's injury drastically looks.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
fantasy outlook has taken a beating right there.
I mean, I think Ben's lucky right now. Like this week, he's okay. He has Rashad White to throw up. Like Khalil Shakir is now your wide receiver too.
So yeah, well, who we put in there? Romeo Dobbs had a great game actually.
Yeah, had one great game. I mean,
He
he scored.
he
He's
should do the two tight end, the Carl Pitts and the Sam Laporta start.
Yeah, I mean, Dobbs has 4 touchdowns on the year on 13 catches. Like he scored, 3 touchdowns on 6 catches this game. Like, yeah, that's great, but
How efficient!
yeah, I mean, you can't trust a single Packers wide receiver right now. Yeah, Kyle Pitts had got a touchdown. Great game from Kyle Pitts on the bench. Romeo Dobbs 3 touchdowns on the bench. Didn't matter in the end. Ben still won, but he's relying on his Josh Jacobs and Ashton Jeanty combo now, and as well as the wide receiver 9 Deebo Samuel while Terry McLaurin is out.
Hey Ben, would you trade Ashton Jeanty and Malik Neighbors for Derrick Henry and Chase Brown?
You'd have to give him a wide receiver as well.
No, that's the trade.
That's the trade.
That's the trade.
That's I might do that actually. I might do that
That's
because
giving up. That's given up on this season though.
for Ben or for you.
No, for me, because
Oh
Neighbors is
yeah,
an
right.
MVP.
Yeah, true. If you're taking neighbors, but I mean, well, yeah. Again, yeah, you'd have to then look at your flex situation because, like, I mean, I would argue in the immediate you definitely upgrade on Chase Brown with Genty. Um, it's probably a wash with Derrick
No, but you're
Henry.
swapping Jeanty with Henry,
Yeah, but yeah, I see that you're trying to.
and you're swapping a serviceable running back for a wide receiver you're not going to have.
Is Chase Brown serviceable though?
Well, he's a starting running back.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. But yeah, Ben is now in a bit of trouble with that neighbor's injury. Absolutely. Again, we'll have a look at the waivers and see if he picked anybody up. But again, Ben could be a trade candidate for a wide receiver. I mean, Ryan's got his own injury. Like Mike Evans is out. Terry McLaurin was out. Who thought the Packers defense would have scored -2 against the Cowboys?
What a
Be-
fraudulent 3-1 team.
Best defense in the league, Green Bay Packers.
Yeah. Dude, he has taunted me this week as well. We'll come to that though.
Yeah. Right, next one up is Evo, top scorer. Evo, top scorer in the league so far. Evo, 0-3. Evo, 1-3 now. Beating Dylan, 142.5 to 110. Yeah, well done, Evo. Evo, I mean, the wild thing is he quietly, wow. I mean, quarterback is a problem because Brock Purdy's out again this week, so you have to start Geno, and that's a problem. But like, Evo, you
I
have.
think he dropped Geno. He dropped Geno.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know who he has at quarterback this week. There, maybe you got Zay Jones, but like, Evo, you have Omarion Hampton, Quinshon Judkins, and Puka Nakua. Worst case, if your season turns to shit, you have 3 amazing keepers for next year, bro.
Yeah, he's got some. His keepers are looking bomb diggity.
Like, that's fine. Omarion Hampton is the dude. I think because Najee signed a 1-year deal, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Yep. So there you go. Hampton's the guy in LA. Like that's it. He's the guy. Quinshon Judkins clearly looks like the guy in Cleveland because he's the only one doing anything on that offense. And then Puka Nakua is Puka Nakua.
Evo is starting Sam Darnold.
Oh, man, you know what? That's not a terrible shout. Who are the Seahawks playing?
They are versing Tampa Bay.
Yep, that's not a bad shout. 84% catch rate for Puka Nakua. That is wild. Best game of the season, 13 for 170 and 1. His worst game was 8 yards for 91 through the air, but he still scored a 45-yard touchdown on the ground that week.
Drafted for $58.
Oh my God, I would. Yeah. If you told me he was going to do that, I would have gone. I think everyone was worried about the Stafford injury. Like I was worried about Stafford. I shouldn't have been really in hindsight.
Smoke screen.
Definitely should have drafted Puka. My God. I would happily give up the price I pay for Jalen Hurts and T. Higgins to draft Puka Nacua and
Hindsight's a bitch.
downgrade at quarterback. That's an easy score for me. Oh my god, well done, Evo. You did great. That was a great draft pick. Hopefully, at least a better days ahead. I mean, yeah, Jake Ferguson's good at tight end. But I mean, yeah, Zay Flowers, wide receiver 2, DJ Moore. I mean, yeah, like it's a bit up in the air, but a win's a win, and you take the massive performance when you can get it. On the other side, Dylan. I mean, woof.
You got to feel bad if you're Dylan here. Like 110, amicable.
Yep, fine.
No help from Lad McConkey though, or Chigaquonko.
Lad McConkey is Lad McConkey the biggest bust of the year so far, as for like excluding injury.
Dude, his ADP. What were you saying his ADP was?
I think
like,
it was like
top 12.
Like he was like wide receiver 11 from memory. I had a.
Yeah.
Do I have? I don't have it. Okay, I had a tab up earlier with everyone's ADPs, and I think Lad McConkey was like wide receiver 11. He is currently on the season wide receiver 59.
You don't want that.
That is how you say not good. So yeah, and that's unfortunate because like he's just Quentin Johnston's been a beast, and Keenan Allen. There's too many mouths to feed, and Lad is the last one of the three apparently. I mean, 9.576 of his targets are there. He got one catch for 11 yards this week. That's real unfortunate.
He dropped 2 this week actually as well.
Did he?
Yep.
Dylan does benefit from the sad Tyreek Hill injury. Jalen Waddle's on his roster, so Jalen Waddle immediately becomes a starting receiver, which is good because he lost Ricky Pearsall this week to injury. You have to find a tight end, though. I don't know if Ryan spent the money on Darren Waller this week.
Darren Waller is questionable this week as well.
Womp womp. I wanted him, but I didn't want to pay $20+ for him, so.
Yeah, that makes me feel so much better about my Harold Fanning Jr. pickup.
Man, it's a pretty wild free agency situation around here.
How much did Diggs get picked up for? Like $33?
I think so. I think it's 33. Yeah. Also by no, so it might have been 33 for Diggs and 17. No, and 17 for Waller.
Holy.
Yeah, Ryan breaking the bank. You go get that 31-year-old receiver coming off a torn ACL, Ryan. You go get it. But yeah, what do you marks? Oh, sorry. You go.
I love the Cam Scatterboo hype, by the way.
Oh my god, me too. Cam Scatterboo's great.
I would love to go back in time and draft Cam Scatterboo.
Yep. Cam Scatterboo definitely would have been an absolutely amazing draft. But such is life. Woody Marks had a good game. You have to be happy if you're Dylan. Hopefully this is a sign of things to come going forward for the Texans rookie. Massive game from Woody Marks. 17 for 69. Nice. And 1 through the air. 4 for 50 and 1. Sorry, 1769 through the ground. 4 for 50 and 1 through the air. That's pretty good. You have to hope. Again, if you're Dylan, I think for the Texans as well. Like, Nick Chubb is old. Bless Nick Chubb. Great guy. He's old. And Joe Mixon's not coming back. Has to be Woody.
Well, also, their offensive line sucks, and Woody Marks is a passing down back, so they're getting him into space.
Well, there you go. So that you have to feel pretty good about that if you are Dylan. So at least that's something to look forward to at 1-3. This one was the spicy one of the week, actually. Jason versus Nick. Jason, a flat 100, getting overtaken on Monday night by Nick with 109. It was, Breece Hall. That's right. It was Breece. So, Nick had Breece Hall in a lead versus Troy Franklin and ended up coming out on top. Which even with, oh my God, the saddest, like, I woke up and I saw the Pittsburgh, Minnesota result because that kicked off at like 2:30 a.m.
I did not even realize that. I did not know there was an international game until I was like, hey, there's points being scored.
If you are listening, there is another international game this week. Check your
Browns.
Check your lineups. Vikings, Browns.
It's Browns. And Vikings play 2 games in Europe. That's
Yep. Yeah, 2 weeks back to back, Dublin and London. I read something that says Goodell wants a game in London every week at some point.
every week.
every week. I don't know
Wow.
how that works logistics wise with bye weeks and travel and whatnot. Because
How do you get Seattle there? That's literally the other side of the world.
well, that's a problem. Like, maybe you book it so you go like Seattle to the East Coast, like a Philly or a New York or whatever, or a Tampa, and then from there go straight to London. Like, don't even go home, just go straight to London. But like, most teams, I think pretty much almost every team that plays in Europe has a bye week the following week. Like Pittsburgh, they came back, they have a bye week this week. I assume the Vikings have. I assume the Vikings have a bye week next week. I think was it the Falcons last year that decided to forego the bye week after the international game, so like they can choose. But that's rough. Like having to play the game, fly transatlantic, readjust to the time zone. Like you'd be wanting to fly back immediately after the game, basically. Like play, get on the plane, leave.
I think the team that travels the most this year is the Chargers.
I thought it was the Seahawks.
We'll get back to you on that one.
We will, yeah. But yeah, Nick had. So anyway, I wake up, I see the result of the game, and I see that Jalen Warren sat. And I look at Nick's fantasy team, and we all are like, we all had a bit of a moment in the group chat. We were just like, oh fuck, like that's a 2:30 kickoff for us here in New Zealand. No one here is getting up at 2:25 to check if the running back who they said was going to be okay is a last minute inactive, game time inactive. It's pretty rough.
Sucks to suck, bud.
It does, unfortunately. And Tim has Kenneth Gainwell on his bench and didn't even get to benefit from it.
So yeah, just check your teams, check your times.
Check your teams, check your times. There is an international game this week. Nick has got to be stoked with Drake London and Amon-Ra St. Brown with their points. Unfortunately, Drake London goes on bye this week, just in time to face me, which we love, and he still does not have Rashee Rice back from suspension. So a good 2-1-1, Nick. We'll see how things go for you this week. Started the double tight end, Zach Ertz and TJ Hawkinson. Honestly, was almost the best play for him. Hollywood Brown scored 10, but you can't trust Hollywood Brown.
Hold on, Sam. So the Los Angeles Chargers travel 59,684 kilometers this year.
Whoo! I guess they did have to go down to Rio de Janeiro. Or is it Rio? No, it's Rio. It is Rio.
Yep.
Yeah. Or was it Sao Paulo? No, it was Sao Paulo, not Rio de Janeiro.
Brazil.
The Brazil game. They went to Brazil in week 1, which adds a lot of kilometers. But they are a West Coast team, obviously heading east quite a bit this season. So lucky them. Must be nice.
First class, baby.
Yeah. Well, private jet. Come on. Fifth.
They have a charged jet.
Of course, all the teams have to have their own jet for the players. They have to.
I think sometimes they go commercial.
Boring. The owners are worth like $20 billion. Why the hell would they be flying commercial?
They can't get their own jets.
Come on. If you're Jason, you like Travion Henderson was encouraging. Yes, it was a blowout, but he scored a touchdown, 4.5 yards to carry, couple catches. You have to hope that that's again promising for things to come. But yeah, the wide receiver situation is a little dicey to say the least on Jason's team.
Fucking Travis Hunter's giving you nothing, eh?
Not a lot. RJ Harvey had a good game against Cincinnati as well, but that was a blowout, so interesting to see if that develops anything. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of... again, Jason, if you need a wide receiver, hit me up. Marvin Harrison, I can absolutely trade him to you.
Who would you want on Jason's team?
Who would he trade? Kenneth Walker? I would... Ooh. That's really tough. I would like Walker and another receiver. But I don't know who he would give me. Don't know because I'm not...
Take Hunter?
Who, sorry? Oh, Hunter? I don't know, man. Not right now. I need someone that's performing. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I would do Marvin Harrison for Walker and Hunter. feel like he'd want another one of my running backs, though, and I don't think I can give up Kyron for. I need a serviceable player for Kyron. Kyron and Marv for Ibuka and Walker. I would do that. Kane's processing. Ticking over. Our last match of the week is Michael Knutsford with 110 versus Christopher Wong, the first L of the year for Christopher Wong. There are no more unbeaten teams. You and Chris both took L's this week. And Michael
This was a Monday Night Miracle too, because that's what had Pickens.
That was a Sunday Night Miracle.
Yeah, Sunday Night Miracle.
Well, I can't. Well, I mean, Garrett Wilson.
Did he
Okay.
Tuesday?
No, yeah. So yeah, Chris had Garrett Wilson and Devon Achane, who they played well, scored 32.5 points between them, but they needed 41 points just to tie. Oh no, they needed 41 points. 41 points to tie. Sorry.
Oh yeah, so close but no cigar.
Yeah, I mean Garrett Wilson got a really nice touchdown. Actually, I think that's like, I mean, did you see the Garrett Wilson touchdown?
Yep.
It's the best highlight that no one thinks is a highlight. Like, there was no fanfare when he caught it, but you watch the catch and you're like, that is a damn good touchdown catch.
And they were like,
Jumped over the guy, held on to caught with two hands, got both his feet in bounds. It was really good, but yeah, not enough to make any magic happen. Unfortunate quarterback start decision there from Chris, starting Daniel Jones at the Rams. That's a risky proposition, man.
hey, he was the quarterback too going into this.
He was, so I guess he still feels like a streaming candidate. He still doesn't feel like a guy who I can plug and play at quarterback.
But true, I would take any quarterback versus the Cincinnati defense.
I mean, that's it. Like, you look at your lineup. I agree with I can empathize with the Daniel Jones start, but yeah, Bo Nix versus Cincinnati, like, that defense is horrible, man. You got to trust it. To be fair, I don't think Bo Nix had really got it done to this point in the season. I don't know, 5, 20, 11. So he had a couple of, one good game, one okay game, and then yeah, it goes for 326 and 2 and a rushing touchdown. So yeah, unfortunate sit decision there. But otherwise, like, shit. I mean, you have Jordan Addison back. He scored 15 points. Kendre Miller looks like he could be doing something in the New Orleans offense if they decide to go with a youth movement this year. Like, Chris is fine. He's still got a good team. Chris Godwin came back, didn't play well, but like, Chris is fine. He just got unlucky. I think that's just that's an unlucky Daniel Jones start. And yeah, Tyler Warren, what a tight end pickup.
Trust the process.
Yeah, absolutely. For Michael, got the win despite Brian Thomas Jr. continuing to do Brian Thomas Jr. things this season, and benefiting from clearly the injury to CD. George Pickens was a monster this week.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Yeah, 11 targets, 8 for 134 and 2. He's had touchdowns in 3 straight weeks. Free George Pickens.
I have so much respect for the Cowboys. They don't look like a bad team.
Given that we all thought they were going to be an absolute dumpster fire, I mean, what's their record now? They're what? 1, 2 and 1.
1, 2 and 1.
They lost. Amicable. They lost to the Eagles. They beat the Giants. They tied with the Packers, and they lost to the. Was it the Browns? No, it wasn't the Browns. Who did they lose to?
Let me just bring that up for you.
In week 3, I can also have a look here actually. Week 3 was Chicago. They lost to Chicago.
Oh, that Chicago loss painful actually.
Oh yeah. So very close to 2, 1 and 1, and 1.5 games back from Philly at the top of the NFC East. But yeah, they're definitely not going away.
Yeah, they'll be in it. Yeah. Dak's pretty good.
Dak's good. Dak he's a good quarterback. I see why Jerry Jones wanted to keep him. It's just a shame that you didn't keep your best defensive player as well. But what do we know about football?
3rd round pick. That's crazy.
Who, Dak?
Oh, I see a 4th round pick.
I think it was a 4th round.
Oof. Yeah. Running quarterback in the 4th. That's good.
James Cook, best running back in football.
Yeah, nice. Keep doing that.
Yeah, just scored a touchdown in every game. 1, 2, 1, and 1. His worst game through 4 weeks is 17.5 points.
That was a really good hit. It only cost up to $27.
That's so good. What a bold call. I mean, everyone on the internet was saying that James Cook is not going to be good this year. The touchdowns are going to regress. He held out through training camp, and now look at him. Now look at him.
All right, looking to the future.
Oh yeah, let's go to next week's scoreboard, eh? Have a quick little look see. Can I? Why is the button not here? There used to be a button here where I could view the box score on the scoreboard, but there's not. Now I have. Oh, fucking sort your shit out, ESPN. Now I have to go to my team and then click on this week's matchup. So give me a moment. I don't know why I can view the box scores here, but not through the scoreboard. That's super weird. All right.
Well, this whole UI needs a makeover.
Yeah, we were saying that before we broadcast that the ESPN Fantasy user interface hasn't changed since I started playing fantasy 11 years ago, or no,
Yep.
fucking 14 years ago. Jesus. Right, my one's at the top for me, so I'll start. It's me versus Nick. The projection is 24 points in my favor currently.
He has yet to put in. Or is that his team? 86.
Nope, that's his team. Yep. No,
Okay.
there's no bye weeks. There's no injuries. I mean, Baker Mayfield is questionable but should play. That is just Nick's team. Drake London is on a bye. He's going with a double tight end again with Zach Ertz and T.J. Hawkinson, and Hollywood Brown is his wide receiver 2.
Oh, you're looking good this week, bro.
So don't fucking pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Breece Hall's playing Dallas. Breece Hall could absolutely pop. Baker Mayfield could pop against the Seahawks. Amon-Ra at Cincinnati. I don't like that at all. Everything else should be fine.
Trust the process.
Yep. But yeah, I think I've got some tough matchups on my side as well. Jalen Hurts versus Denver, not good. Denver are the number 1 defense against quarterbacks this week, but I'm not sitting Jalen Hurts for anybody. Kyron Williams versus San Fran, he dominates San Fran, that'll be fine. Jonathan Taylor, fine. Marvin Harrison. I mean, my wide receiver matchups are all really good this week. Harrison, Quentin Johnston, and Jacoby Myers are all like bottom 5. So Tennessee, Washington, Indianapolis are all bottom 10 in the league in points against receivers. So yeah, and I'm just gonna stick with my Rams because they're too good a defense to bench at this point in the season. So, like, yeah, the projections obviously do have my way. Nick has already messaged me. He messaged me earlier today. He said, "Go easy on me this week, bro."
Enjoy your easy win.
No, there is no such thing as an easy win in fantasy. We know this.
Yeah, there's crazy things like ties.
Exactly. Next one is a little more difficult to project because Alex has DeAndre Swift, DK Metcalf, and the Steelers defense all on buys still in his lineup this week. So he obviously has to do a little bit of shuffling around.
So who does he do there? He puts Cup in. He puts Benson in. Oh,
No,
yeah, he's got
Benson's on IR.
What? Benson's gone on IR?
Bro, Trey Benson got put on IR this morning.
I
Overnight.
did not see that news.
I read yesterday that Benson was had some kind of injury and they were going to check him out. I did not expect him to go on IR. And apparently Michael Carter is potentially, they've signed him from the practice squad. Apparently he might be the starting runner this week.
Dude, I love how this happens just as waivers go through as well.
Like literally, it was 6 hours after waivers went through. So whoever was the first, I think it was Duncan that got him. Because he was the first one to see the news.
No, Duncan drafted him, mate. He's had him for a while.
No. Michael Carter.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but whoever picked up Michael Carter, it was just because they were awake and they were the first ones to see the news, and we were still asleep.
Nice.
So that's fun. On the other side, you do have Duncan, who is starting Christian Kirk for the first time this season. But otherwise, Jamal, oh my God. The Lions play the Bengals this week. Fuck.
They're going to feast. Maybe it'll get so bad that they pull them.
I mean, yeah, at what point of the game? I mean, fuck, we all thought the Bills and Saints was going to be a blowout, and look how that turned out.
Saints are frisky, eh?
The Saints are frisky. The Bengals, we can all confirm, are absolutely not.
Yeah, they need to trade for Kirk Cousins like immediately.
They need to make a move at quarterback of some description. But they also like they have no offensive line. Like it doesn't matter who their quarterback is.
You can't go the rest of the season. Like there's 3 quarters of a season to go.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't go 3 quarters of a season looking like that every single game.
yeah. Like you're 2-2. You know, like the playoff spot is still well within reach. Hell, the division at this point is still well within reach. Steelers are the worst 3-1 team maybe in football right now.
Yeah, Ravens aren't looking good. The Browns are the Browns.
Yeah, Ravens are 1-3, Browns are 1-3, Bengals are 2-2, Steelers are 3-1. Are they 3-1? I think the Steelers are 3-1.
And then you get Joe Burrow back in January.
If you make it to January. Steelers are Steelers are 3-1. So yeah, Steelers are atop the division. Cincinnati, you just got to pull it together. Like Zach Taylor's got to pull it together. The line's got to pull it together. You can easily still win this division the way things are right now. But
It's probably not going to start with the Lions though.
No, it's probably not going to start against the Lions. Even though it is in Cincinnati, I reckon fans start leaving halfway through the third quarter of that game.
Put a wager on it.
$5.
$30.
I'm not gay, but $5 is $5. Duncan gets Jaden Daniels back this week against the Chargers, which is pretty good for him. He's happy with that. Again, hard to. I mean, like, can you project Sharma's lineup this week? Because I don't have his bench. Oh no, there you might show bench. Never mind.
He needs to pick up a running. He's going to have to get a running back. Oh no, he's got Tony Pollard,
got
so
Tony
he'll put that there.
So you got what? Cooper Kupp and Rashid Shaheed currently as your flex options.
No, he's going to have to put them both in.
Yeah, right, exactly. Cooper Kupp's wide receiver 2, and Rashid Shaheed is your flex.
And pick up a defense.
Yuck. And you have to pick up a defense. Yuck. I think I can give that one to Duncan this week.
Nice work, Duncan.
Yeah. Right. Ben versus Dylan. Yeah, Ben obviously is. The line is 20 points in favor of Dylan currently. Oh my. Yeah. I mean.
Well, Ben's starting Darius Slayton.
Yuck.
And Rashad White.
Who else?
Well, he's got 2 people on buys. He's got Jacobs on a buy.
Yeah. And Pitts. So yeah, you have to start Laporta.
These buys are ravishing.
I mean, the Rashad White thing is lucky. That Bucky Irving is injured, and Rashad White likely gets most of the work there. Who knows? Sean Tucker might get the work as well. But yeah, like your Khalil Shakir and Darius Slayton are your wide receiver 2 and flex respectively. And you have the 49ers defense at the Rams. Ben, I know you're a Niners homer, bro, but give it up. Rams are going to
I hope that game's a draw.
Rams are going to tear you apart, man. Do you remember the last time that the Rams and Niners drew?
No.
I do. Johnny Hecker, famous Johnny Hecker, converted 2 4th downs on a fake punt on the same drive in that game.
It's tie it.
Yeah, we tied. Like, it was 4th down. It was like 4th and 10 from the... I don't know. We were inside our 20, and they threw a fake punt. And then
Dylan's got McConkey on his bench now.
Yeah, right. Look at that. Lad's on the bench. He's got Woody Marks in his flex at Baltimore. I mean, it's a brave call, but looking at the rest of your lineup, I mean, this could be the week the Lad pops off against Washington. It could be.
Dylan's team looks really good for 1-3.
Yeah, it does. I mean, again, you have Jalen Waddle now, the number 1 guy in Miami. Nico Collins is Nico Collins. Where is Nico Collins on the season? He is 20th, so not as good as you would like. But, again, he's been getting better the last couple games. So, hopefully, yeah. Dylan's 1-3 as well. Goodness. 1-3 versus 3-1. I mean, the projections have Dylan. Looking at Ben's team, I kind of have to give it to Dylan as well at the moment.
Nice. Who's on next?
Right, next is Evo and Chris. Looks like the tightest projection of the week, looking at it, well, without having looked at all of them. 103 for Evo, 105 for Chris. That's close.
Can Evo back up his 140-point gain?
Yeah, can he get it done? I mean, again, you have Hampton, Quinshon Judkins. Minnesota's a good defense, and they are in London, so who knows with Judkins. But, like, Puka's going to feast. Hampton's going to feast. Zay Flowers, actually, that is a tough... that's a tough matchup against Houston. Their secondary is really good. They've been really good against receivers, but even though Trey Tucker is a number 10 receiver in the league, I don't think you can really start him with confidence.
He's got Marvin Mims starting here.
Maybe you start Tucker over Mims. Mims did some damage, but Mims plays Philly. I actually would rather play.
I would play Wandale Robinson.
Yeah, true. Wandale Robinson's a number 1 in New York now with Neighbors gone. But I don't know. I don't trust.
Or
Jets.
Carter. Put Michael Carter in there.
Oh, there you go.
Just yeet it.
There you go. Evo picked up Michael Carter. There you go. That's who picked up Michael Carter. Evo in Dubai. I don't know if I like Jackson Dart's throwing numbers just yet. It's a bit risky, but it could be a play for Wandale. On the other side, Chris has some really, really good matchups this week. Daniel Jones versus Las Vegas, Devon Achane versus Carolina, Garrett Wilson versus Dallas.
Kamara at the Giants, although they have a good front.
Yeah, Giants do have a good front. Tyler Warren versus Vegas as well. He's playing 3 Colts again this week. Jones, Warren, and the defense.
Chris Godwin at Seattle is a head scratcher. You should start.
Why not start Pittman?
Yes, get the whole band together, bro.
Yeah, just start the entire team, dude. I'll trade you Jonathan Taylor for your entire roster, and you can have all Colts.
Yes, do it, Chris.
Why not start Pittman? He's had at least 5 catches, 40 yards, and a touchdown in each of the last 2 games. 3 out of 4. He's had at least 5 for 40 and 1. Like
he's wide receiver 14, so he's a top.
He's
a wide receiver 1 in our league.
Yeah, he is a wide receiver 1. I do kind of agree there that Chris Godwin is well, let's see. 10 targets for Godwin last week. That's wild. You like that?
You like that?
You do like that.
Not against Seattle, Chris. Trust me.
Best defense in the league?
Let's go.
This is going to be really tight. I don't know if I can pick it right now because
one is a twin cost.
Yeah, because Evo does have the best receiver and the best tight end in the league. And they should both score. Hampton will score against Washington for sure. That's a really tight one. I don't know if I can call that right now. You play Ryan, and you are currently a 10-point favorite, although Ryan does not have a kicker in his lineup currently.
He has to drop someone.
He does have to drop someone for a kicker. Hey, Ryan, you should drop Blake Corum and let me pick him up.
Yeah, well, that's the probably one he'll have to drop.
I think he drops Tootin over Corum.
There's no way.
I think you drop the pack. I think you drop the Packers defense.
You would seriously drop Tootin?
Yeah, I would.
I would drop Williams. Drop the quarterback.
Drop the Packers defense. Okay, I mean, they play Cincinnati after the bye, so I guess that's why he's holding on to the Packers defense, because, that's a plug-and-play right there next week. Cincinnati, at Arizona, at Pittsburgh, Carolina. Okay, you have 4 weeks in a row where the Packers defense are probably going to be pretty good, so I can understand why you don't drop the Packers defense. But, I mean, really, maybe drop Caleb Williams. He's a 6th-ranked quarterback, though. Like, I can understand why Ryan doesn't want to drop him. He had an average game last week, but he's been pretty good so far this season, and Drake May is his backup. So that's a pretty. I think he waits till Sunday and then he drops one of his running backs and hopes to pick him back up on waivers the next week. That's
probably what he's doing.
It's my guess right now. Or he drops the Packers defense on Sunday and then picks them up. For waivers next week. I will outbid you, Ryan.
This is a winnable game for me, especially if Terry McLaurin doesn't go.
Yeah, true. Because if Terry McLaurin,
he might have to get another. He might have to get another tight end too, which is hilarious.
Oh my god! Yeah. Well, if Terry McLaurin doesn't go, then he has to pick up another receiver as well.
No, he got Diggs.
No, but true. Yeah. Sorry, you have. Yes, of course, you have Diggs. My bad. Sorry. Yeah. So you can put Diggs in instead of Terry McLaurin. But maybe that's why he was so aggressive in getting Diggs. What's the a quad injury, and you're still in danger of missing this game. Latest news: non-participant at Wednesday's practice. So, McLaurin is trending in the right direction. That's fun.
That's fun.
And Deebo Samuel and Noah Brown all missed Wednesday's practice, so that's fun for the Commanders.
And Jaden Daniels coming back from injury.
Yeah, I know. What a time. Yeah, you're right. This is a winnable game for you. I mean, you do have, again, Ryan needs to put a kicker up, but you still have the advantage right now. Chuba questionable, Juwan Johnson questionable. Alec Iamana might be able to get it done. Tet, who knows? Derrick Henry should be fine this week. Chase Brown will not be fine this week. You're starting Bryce Young at quarterback.
That's all I could do, bro. It's against Miami.
Is it that gross out there?
I mean, I can pick up Spencer Rattler. I can pick up Geno Smith now.
Oh my god, that's grim. Well, Bryce Young might be your downfall this week.
I hope against Miami he's good.
Yeah, well, you're going for the stack. You're going for the Bryce Tet stack, so you got to hope it works out.
Panther stack.
Oh my god, you have the Panther trifecta. Bryce Young, Tet McMillan, and Chuba Hubbard.
If they just get to where they were against the Falcons, I'll be happy.
Yeah, fair. Hey, so long as they get across the opponent's midfield. Or was it 30-yard line? The Panthers had some god-awful stat this week as well. Just another one.
Who do I put in? Oh, I'll probably start Malik Washington if Chuba's not good to go.
There you go. He's got backups. Right, next one is Michael versus Jason. Michael has a 17-point line as a favorite, has advantages at almost every position in the projections except for quarterback and wide receiver 1. And yeah, I mean, Zach Charbonnet is the RB2. Who else? Oh yeah, Zach Charbonnet over Bill. Yep, that's fair enough.
You know what's hilarious? I'm looking at this, and it's so lopsided.
Wait.
I think Jason might win this game.
Oh my god! I didn't realize that Ryan dropped Aaron Jones.
Yeah, he's gone for the rest of the season.
No, he's not. He's on IR, but it's short term. It's 4 games IR.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it was a hamstring pull. I didn't realize he dropped Aaron Jones. I missed that. And then Michael picked him up for $34. It's a big pickup for an injured running back. Yeesh.
Just to stash in that IR spot.
I mean, well, you have an IR spot. May as well go ahead and use it. Tyler Bass is still in mine.
Yeah, that's an unusual one.
I don't have anyone else to put in the IR, and when he comes back, he'll be a good. He'll be a good kicker when he comes back.
Are you sure there's no other person on IR that you wanted to pick up?
No, I mean there's no one on my team. I could go. I haven't had a look at. I mean, maybe I'll go have a look at the. Maybe I'll go have a look at who's available and see if there's anyone else. But then I have to drop someone else to put them in my IR after that.
While you're looking, all of Nutson's team's projected over 10 except his kicker and his defense.
And Zach Charbonnet.
So that's what you like to see.
Yeah, you do.
And Charbonnet.
I mean, yeah, Keenan Allen against Washington should get it done. Trey McBride should get it done against Tennessee. George Pickens, I mean, he'll face Sauce Gardner, but I don't think the Jets are anything special on defense right now. Did you watch the Monday night game against the Dolphins?
I was in and out.
It was so bad. They were actually so bad all over the field. It was wild. Kyler Murray should get it done against Tennessee as well. So yeah, I do think Michael has this one over Jason. I mean, Jason has Josh Allen. He has the number 1 quarterback and the number 1 kicker, so anything is possible.
Nutsford, would you do a Chase Brown, Zach Charbonnet swap?
Would you?
Yeah.
Huh? There you go, Michael. Let us know. Would you do a Chase Brown for Zach Charbonnet straight up? Yeah, I mean, Jason has advantage, obviously, with Ibuka, who is crazy, but otherwise, I am very nervous this week if I am Jason, and that is putting it lightly, because you don't really have anyone else that you can start. I mean, yeah, no, you don't have anyone else you can start, really, so. Right, I give that one to Michael pretty easily.
And last game.
Last preview is Tim versus Dallas. Dallas has the projected advantage at nearly 20 points, which is pretty wild. Again,
no, because Tim needs to fill in the Tyreek Hill slot.
So he does.
What else?
And
What else can he do?
with who?
Oh,
I mean, do
he's gonna have to hit the waivers.
do you drop Tyreek at this point?
Uh, who's he got an IR? Just put him on that.
No one. But he's also got CeeDee Lamb and Joe Mixon out.
I would drop Joe Mixon, man.
Well, look, Tyreek Hill's done for the season, and I mean, it was an ACL and a dislocated knee. I'm not. I can't trust Tyreek Hill next year.
True, he might not even have a team next year, right?
Tyreek Hill might not play. He might be done. He might retire.
True.
Like he's 30. He's at least 31. I think he's 30. He's 31, 32. He was already disgruntled with the Dolphins in the offseason. Like, yeah, he came back, but like, it's a pretty bad injury for a 31-year-old receiver to come back from.
I think Tyreek Hill's sitting there being like, yes, this happened.
I mean, yeah. Do they still get paid if they're on IR?
Of course they do, bro. They have
Well,
so much insurance on their salaries with injuries.
yeah, good point. Yeah, they have to. Yeah, I do think that Tim has to. Yeah, I would drop Tyreek Hill. I would put. It's probably CeeDee Lamb or maybe Joe Mixon comes back this season. I don't know. Maybe put Joe Mixon in the IR because CeeDee Lamb's going to come back soon. And then you got to pick up a. You got to pick up a receiver of some description. If I'm Tim, hot take, but I'm starting Dak over Jared Goff.
Yeah, Dak's playing awesome.
Dak's playing awesome, and I think that game's going to be over by halftime. And I think the Gibbs and Montgomerys of the world are going to take over, and Jared Goff's going to score like 14 points.
Put Isaac Garindo in there.
Has Isaac Garindo done anything this season?
I don't think so.
He has 0 carries on the season.
All right. Well,
That is-
that's your league preview of week 5.
Yeah, for sure. Just quickly, hang on. We didn't really take a look at Dallas's team too much, but really quickly, I mean,
Oh, sorry, Dallas.
that's all right. I mean, your RB2 situation is rough with Bucky out. He's starting Rico Dowdle.
That's a hot. Well, Chuba's actually questionable, so Adele might get the nod this week.
Yeah, true. If Chuba starts and maybe you put Kareem Hunt in, or if he is questionable, maybe you think that Rico might get something against Miami. But I think, well, AJ Brown, I think it's gonna be another down week for AJ Brown against Pat Surtain and the Denver defense. But Devontae Adams should score. Justin Jefferson, it will be tough against Cleveland, but he should. I reckon he'll get something. I think the Eagles defense are going to dominate Denver, so they should score some points. So I do think Dallas will be fine in this one.
I do think too. Yeah, I think Dallas get this game.
Yeah. All right. And yes, and now you can say it, Kane.
And that was your preview for week 5 of the EAFL.
Nice one. Do we take a quick look at? Oh no, I need the recent activity. Take a quick look at the waivers from this week because they were pretty interesting, pretty special.
Yeah, who were the big balls this week?
The big ballers this week. Let's see. Let's go all the way down here. So you had Stephon Diggs was $33, picked up by Ryan. Darius Slayton picked up by Ben in wake of the Malik Neighbors injury for $19. Darren Waller was $17 for Ryan. Justice Hill got picked up for $11. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, a couple of
Turpentine. Shots. You picked up Shard Smith.
I picked up Rashad Smith. Yeah, he's kind of just a stash running back at this point.
He's a dart throw.
Yeah,
I picked up Bryce Young.
Yeah. Duncan picked up Sean Tucker of Tampa Bay. Potentially. You can't get Geno Smith anymore because Evo has him. Oh, no, sorry, never mind. He dropped Geno Smith. Never mind. Take that back. There you go. Dylan had Chigakonko this week. Takes Jake Tonjes off waivers for this game. There you go. Evo dropped James Conner out of his IR. So that he could add Sam Darnold. There you go. So Ryan only just dropped. He dropped Aaron Jones for Stephon Diggs. Who does Ryan have in his IR if he dropped? Rosters. Where is Ryan? Or who does he have in his IR now? Come on.
Here's Micah and Parsons. He's got Mike Evans there at the moment.
Ah, okay. Where's why can't I? Why is it so hard to find Ryan's team? There you go. Interesting.
He's dropping Blake Corum.
Interesting. Mike Evans is in the IR. How curious. I don't know. I feel like I would have kept Aaron Jones and dropped, one of the Blake Corum or Bayshore Tootin. But that's just me. That's a tough decision, though. It is a tough decision either way. We all have to make, we all have tough decisions to make with our benches at this time of year. I mean, like it's obviously injuries happen.
Yeah, we're in the thick of it now, eh? Like injuries are hitting hard. Everyone's kind of around 500. Anyone's game.
Yeah,
Can you
exactly.
navigate your way through the next few weeks?
Yeah, and I mean, if you're one of the lucky ones that haven't sustained an injury, touch wood, and you, have the luxury of being able to put a couple of stash players. Also, no bye weeks. I mean, week 8 for me is my bye-mageddon. I have Kyron Williams, I have Marvin Harrison, I think Jacoby Myers, Brenton Strange. I think I have at least 4 or 5 players on bye that week in week 8.
You're first in the power rankings, followed by Chris, followed by me.
Am I? Oh, look at that. So I am. Look at that. That's nice. Wow.
Look at that.
Alex. Oh, Sharma. My goodness. First to last in the power
Scandal,
rankings.
bro. The 2 commissioners, top 3.
That is rough from Sharma. It's very unfortunate. But yeah, you're up at 3rd. We got Dallas at 4th, Ben 5th, Nick 6th. So ESPN has those 6 teams as your playoff teams going into week 4. So I don't know how I've held on to it. I don't think I deserve it, but here we are at 3-1, second in the league and number 1 in the power rankings. I've been lucky to this point. I know that much for sure.
Timing and luck. That's all fantasy football is.
It's better to be lucky than good sometimes.
If we're having final thoughts now, I just want to put it out. Maybe should we go to the decimal system next year?
Yeah, a points per yard rather than point 0.1 points per yard rather than 1 point per 10 yards. Do we hate ties though?
No, ties are quite funny.
I like a tie. It makes
like
it makes the standings really interesting.
It does actually.
For Nick and Ryan, like that's half a game that in the end of the year, towards the end of last year, because I got a tie last year, and it just made my path into the playoffs like that much easier. I didn't make it because I lost to Ben in like week 13, but it just makes the path that much easier. Where that's half a win can go a long way in the percentages. So
wait, was that Ben's first win of the year as well?
It was, yes, it was. I was beaten by the previously winless Ben Nini. And that knocked me out of playoff contention.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it was real unfortunate. Thanks, Ben. Real appreciate it. I wouldn't have won anyway, I think, the rest of the league, but still. But now's the time to start making some trades, is my thought. We don't see a lot of trades in this league. I genuinely think there is some activity potential for a lot of teams. Those that have been hit by injuries.
Chase Brown on the block, guys.
Yeah, look, there's a few teams that have been really hit hard by wide receiver injuries this season. And there are some people who, still have a few names that could be very useful out there. So some trades can definitely happen if we're willing to make them happen. I might go and send a few messages to some people and see what I can rustle up.
Oh, nice. Any final thoughts from you?
That was it. That was my final thought.
Trade season.
But yeah, interesting thought on the 0.1 decimal point system. Perhaps we put that in a vote to the league later in the year.
Good luck week 5, team.
Good luck to week 5. Good luck to all of you. May you stay healthy. May you stay sexy. Have a wonderful
Except
week.
you, Ryan.
Wow, that's savage. Go Rams tomorrow night in the Thursday night football game. Let's go Kyron, score 2 touchdowns. All right, we'll see you next week, everyone. Peace.